Now, of all the diets out there, of all of them, the paleo diet is the #1 Google diet around the world for 2 years in a row. And countless people are changing their bodies.
So a lot of doctors use the paleo-style diet to treat things like type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure, and high cholesterol, but you don't have to be sick to benefit. If you just want more energy, better sleep, fewer cravings, or weight loss, the paleo diet is for you.
So first of all, what does it mean? Where does it come from? Why do we do it?
Did you know that what you eat could actually change your genes? It's true. Unlock the secrets of ancient eating. It's often referred to as the caveman diet. The cavemen didn't live long lives. So what's the craze? What was it about how they lived and what they ate that is influencing a longevity lifestyle today? Some say that practicing this diet can lead to real health benefits and amazing body transformations. Are you looking to improve your health and energy by switching to a more natural diet? Or are you curious to discover the science behind the paleo diet? Stay tuned to learn some science-backed tips that can transform the way you eat and help you feel your best. Welcome to Longevity Seed, where we bring you well-researched insights from top experts and doctors, along with findings from leading studies, so you can make informed decisions about your health and nutrition. Join us for today's topic, the paleo diet. A diet like the paleo one might influence how our bodies work at a genetic level. Pretty amazing, right? But before we dive into the science, let's talk about what the paleo diet is and why it's so popular. Eating like our ancestors might be a healthier approach compared to modern diets. Well, maybe that's the main idea behind the paleo diet, which seeks to take us back to whole, natural foods and cut out processed items. But is it really the health game changer that it claims to be? This diet has created quite a buzz, especially around its potential to improve chronic health conditions like heart disease and diabetes. Let's dig deeper into what this diet involves, its benefits, its challenges, and the scientific perspective on its impact on health. So, what exactly the paleo diet is?
Paleolithic era was from about 3 million years ago to about 10,000 years ago. That's the time that humans first started making stone tools, and they got better and better at innovating things until about 10,000 years ago we started the agricultural era. You share the same genetic code as the people did about 250,000 years ago. That's what you and I are adapted to. That's the food stuff that fits into your genes. That's what your body knows what to do with. What did they eat? They ate primarily meat, fish, and poultry. If you could hunt it or catch it or pick it, then it was food. They ate fruit, berries, vegetables, and roots, and they also had some nuts and seeds.
The paleo diet originated from the concept of eating like our Paleolithic ancestors, who lived between 2.5 million and 10,000 years ago. Anthropologists and researchers theorize that early humans thrived on diets consisting of whole, unprocessed foods, mainly lean meats, fish, fruits, vegetables, nuts, and seeds, before the agricultural revolution introduced grains, dairy, and refined foods. The idea behind the diet, first popularized by Dr. Lauren Cordain in the early 2000s, is that modern bodies may be better suited to the nutritional profile of a hunter-gatherer diet. The philosophy here is simple. If ancient humans didn't eat it, neither should we. Grains, dairy, refined sugars, and legumes, which became common after agriculture, are typically excluded. Proponents argue that these foods align with our body's evolutionary design, helping with muscle growth, energy, and blood sugar stability. But what does all this mean in practice?
They had no grains. They had no legumes. Those are things like peas and beans and peanuts and things like that. They had no processed foods. And now we're talking primarily sugar. And they also had no frankenfoods, processed frankenfoods that we eat. And one of the worst ones is margarine, because there is nothing, it's like plastic. There's no similarity between anything nature has ever made to what margarine is. Same thing with artificial sweeteners. It is a neurotoxin, it's a chemical, and all these other chemicals, preservatives, food additives, flavor enhancers, colorings, etc. Those are frankenfoods. They're chemicals, they're poison, they have no place at all.
At its core, the paleo diet encourages people to focus on foods that are as close to their natural state as possible. This means that processed foods and ultra-processed foods, including those with added sugars, trans fats, and preservatives, are out. Instead, the diet emphasizes whole, nutrient-dense foods that could have been hunted or gathered by our ancestors. Paleo enthusiasts believe this approach offers better digestion and enhanced nutrient absorption, but it also presents challenges. So, as we dive deeper into the science behind the paleo diet, let's take a look at the positive side first. What are the benefits of the paleo diet? What does science say?
Can you use it religiously and get good results? Absolutely, go for it. It's a great metaphor for understanding what foods might be suitable and what might not, but in the end, you eat whole foods, you avoid processed foods, and you eat it in the freshest and most natural state that you can.
Research suggests that the paleo diet could be effective for preventing and managing chronic diseases.
It can reduce coronary artery disease, strokes, atrial fibrillation, and improve mortality, especially when you include things like nuts, vegetables, and fish.
A study in the European Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that the paleo diet improved heart health, lowered blood pressure, and reduced inflammation by cutting out processed foods and sugars. But the benefits don't stop there. Another study in Nutrients in 2022 compared the paleo diet to other popular diets like DASH and the Mediterranean diet, specifically focusing on markers of chronic disease. The researchers found that the paleo was more effective in improving lipid profiles, blood sugar control, and inflammation markers, which are all crucial in managing conditions like heart disease, diabetes, and metabolic syndrome. Weight management is another important benefit, especially for those at risk of chronic diseases. The paleo diet is often considered a high-protein diet compared to typical dietary guidelines. While it doesn't focus exclusively on protein, it does include more protein-rich foods. This shift typically results in protein making up a larger percentage of daily calories, often around 20 to 35%, compared to the 10 to 15% found in many traditional diets.
The most effective way to lose weight is to find a way where people will naturally or spontaneously, in other words, without effort, without trying, eat fewer calories. And it turns out that higher protein diets generally work well for that because protein is the most satiating macronutrient, which means we feel the most satisfied when we eat it, and it tends to promote eating less as a result. So low-carb diets tend to be higher in protein. And when we eat more protein, we tend to reduce our calorie intake spontaneously, and that reduction in calorie intake over time is what leads to weight loss.
According to Chris Kressner, a practitioner of integrative and functional medicine, weight loss is often most successful when people naturally end up eating fewer calories without strict effort. Protein helps with this because it makes us feel full longer, leading to a reduced urge to snack or eat frequently. As a result, higher protein diets, like those that are low in carbs, can support weight loss by naturally lowering overall calorie intake over time. A review in the Nutrition Journal found that paleo dieters experienced improvements in weight, BMI, and waist circumference, key metrics in managing metabolic health. For those with diabetes, the paleo diet's focus on low glycemic foods has been shown to help regulate blood sugar and reduce insulin resistance. In short, paleo offers some strong benefits backed by science, particularly in areas related to metabolic and cardiovascular health. Why does paleo diet emphasize natural foods? The focus on natural foods is one of the defining features of the paleo diet, and for good reason.
So a lot of doctors use the paleo-style diet to treat things like type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure, and high cholesterol, but you don't have to be sick to benefit. If you just want more energy, better sleep, fewer cravings, or weight loss, the paleo diet is for you.
Processed foods are typically high in refined sugars, unhealthy fats, and additives, which can contribute to inflammation and increase the risk of diseases like obesity, type 2 diabetes, and heart disease. A diet rich in whole foods, on the other hand, tends to have higher levels of vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants. By eliminating processed foods, paleo dieters can potentially reduce their exposure to harmful ingredients, and instead they consume foods that promote stable energy, minimize blood sugar spikes, and reduce sugar crash fatigue. The emphasis on healthy fats is another key point. Healthy fats from avocados, olive oil, nuts, and seeds provide satiety, support brain function, and help maintain hormone balance.
It's very good for people who have prediabetes or insulin resistance, which affects about 40% to 50% of the adult population. So a lot of people find that their energy levels improve, they're able to lose weight better, their blood sugar levels drop down. And so for many people, it's a very, very good choice. It's something that many of my patients find is helpful for them.
Studies suggest that diets high in unsaturated fats are associated with a reduced risk of heart disease that may help lower inflammation, which is crucial for long-term health. The paleo diet's fat sources offer essential fatty acids, contributing to those benefits. So, could paleo help lower the risk of cancer? Eating a more natural whole food diet like paleo may reduce the risk of cancer by reducing inflammation and supporting gut health, which are linked.
So yes, food is medicine. A primary reason this diet is so effective is because it helps repair leaky gut, a condition in which the lining of the gut becomes inflamed and porous, allowing inflammatory compounds, toxins, and proteins into the bloodstream that normally shouldn't be there. This creates inflammation throughout the body and brain and leads to a wide variety of chronic gut, metabolic, and autoimmune disorders.
Inflammation, often worsened by a leaky gut, a condition where the gut lining weakens, allowing toxins to enter into the bloodstream. Now, this can raise cancer risk over time. The paleo diet's emphasis on anti-inflammatory foods, such as fruits, vegetables, and nuts, provides antioxidants that can calm inflammation and protect the gut lining. By reducing chronic inflammation and supporting gut health, paleo may contribute to lower cancer risk in a natural way. Although specific studies linking the paleo diet directly to cancer prevention are still emerging, the diet's high intake of anti-inflammatory foods provides a promising pathway to explore. Now, let's talk about the downsides. Are there any? What nutritional challenges does paleo present? While the paleo diet's benefits are notable, it's not without its downsides.
There are some downsides to the diet. Again, they don't advocate eating legumes, which are high in antioxidants, provide a balance of some protein and carbohydrates.
For many, cutting out entire food groups like grains, legumes, and dairy presents a significant challenge. These foods are rich sources of fiber, B vitamins, and calcium, all of which are vital for health. Fiber in particular is crucial for digestive health and helps with blood sugar regulation, while calcium supports bone health. Paleo's exclusion of these groups can make it difficult to meet daily nutritional needs without careful planning or supplementation. So, what do you say? Is the paleo diet practical as a long-term lifestyle?
Core paleo approach, while it's the best starting place, it's the best way to lose weight fast and without effort, to feel better, and to prevent and even reverse chronic disease, it's unnecessarily strict over the long term for most people. And there's no reason, in my opinion, to completely remove foods that modern research suggests are healthy when they're well tolerated, like full-fat dairy products or fermented dairy, even certain grains and legumes, things like white rice, for example, or dark chocolate, or moderate alcohol consumption, or nightshade plants like potatoes and tomatoes. None of these were available to our Paleolithic ancestors, but modern scientific research suggests that they're healthy as long as the individual tolerates them well, and that's the key point that I make in my book.
The paleo diet's emphasis on high-quality fresh foods can make it expensive. Organic vegetables, grass-fed meats, and wild-caught fish are often recommended to align with the diet's focus on natural, unprocessed ingredients. But these choices come with higher costs. Maintaining paleo can be financially challenging for some, and for those on a budget, it may not be suitable over the long term. Beyond the costs, there's the issue of convenience. Social gatherings, dining out, and travel all prevent challenges for paleo followers. The restrictions on grains, dairy, and legumes can make it difficult to find suitable options in many settings, leading to a sense of isolation or difficulty in sticking to the diet consistently. For some, these limitations make the diet feel too restrictive, especially if these excluded foods were regular staples before switching to paleo. Now, let's circle back to that fascinating idea that we hinted at earlier. Can a diet really change your genes?
So I'm very hesitant about including anything in your diet that has not had millennia of experience with our genes.
Well, science suggests that certain diets, including paleo, might actually influence epigenetic changes, modifications that can turn certain genes on or off without changing your DNA sequence itself.
That means that's what you and I are adapted to. That's the food stuff that fits into your genes. That's what your body knows what to do with. What did they eat? They ate primarily meat, fish, and poultry.
A study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that eating whole, unprocessed foods like those in the paleo diet can affect genes related to inflammation, metabolism, and even aging. These subtle genetic shifts can improve how our bodies handle everything, from blood sugar to immune responses, potentially reducing the risk of chronic conditions. So it's not just a diet, it could be a way to shape your health at a genetic level. Is the paleo diet right for you?
We need to personalize our diet for each individual's unique needs instead of just following a set prescription.
For some, the paleo diet is a good fit, particularly if they enjoy whole foods and find satisfaction in meals that align with this lifestyle. Those who report success on the diet often cite benefits of improved energy levels, more stable moods, and better overall health markers like reduced cholesterol and improved blood sugar control. But for others, the dietary restrictions make long-term adherence challenging. Regularly avoiding grains, dairy, and legumes can feel limiting, especially when socializing or traveling. It is also important to remember that everyone's nutritional needs are different. Athletes or those with higher caloric needs might benefit from complex carbs found in grains, while individuals with lactose intolerance may rely on dairy for calcium and protein. Ultimately, the paleo diet might offer significant health benefits, but may require flexibility and adaptation to be suitable.
While your body can get all the nutrients that it needs from a well-planned paleo diet, a multivitamin can act as extra insurance to prevent nutrient deficiencies. Also consider supplementing your diet with vitamin D and magnesium, as these are among the most common nutrient deficiencies in America.
If you're following paleo strictly, consider adding supplements to your routine, especially for nutrients like calcium, vitamin D, and fiber. Calcium and vitamin D are crucial for bone health, while fiber supports digestion and cardiovascular health. Supplements can help bridge any nutritional gaps created by the diet's restrictions. So, have you tried the paleo diet? And if so, what was your experience? Do you think paleo is suitable for you as a long-term lifestyle, or would you prefer to adapt it to meet your needs? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Your experiences and insights can inspire others on their journey to better health. Remember, you are what you eat, so nurture your health. And remember to take your daily dose of longevity seed for a vibrant life. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share for more insightful content like this.